Hey, it's Miss Halterman, dude. Say, Bean's been a grouchy bud, isn't he, dude? He's being grouchy. Yes, he is. He's being grouchy. He growls every time I ask him to come over here. But Duke goes, I want to be the star. I want to be the star. So we got Duke here with you starting us Letterland. We're doing Unit 21, Day 3, and it's sort day. You ready to go, Duke? You can get on the couch and go to sleep. You may hear Duke bark. You may see Bean flash up and down because, you know, he gets jealous and wants to be the star too. Right now he wants to play. All right, guys, let's get started. Let's go over our chart. Before we go over the chart, I want to go over with you a quick dash just to see if you can remember what these words or these sounds say. I got some of these kind of mixed up, so let's see how you do. Ing, you're right. Right. Excellent. Shh. Wonderful. Great job. This one made tricky because we did it and I didn't have the card the last time. But remember what it was? That's right. That K stays silent and Noisy Nick talks, so it's just Oh, your favorite man. Oh. That's right. Watch Rora's got captured by a red robot, so it's just All right, I know what you're saying. Are the ears closed or are the ears not closed? The ears are not closed, so it's the. Dean wants to play. So if you see something flat, it's Emily trying to get him away. That's right. Best friends at the end. Good job. Quarrelsome Queen has up the umbrella covering up her beautiful hair. Remember, he doesn't act as a vowel when you see that plus sound. All right, and here we go. They're covering their ears. I'm sorry, being getting jealous. Ooh. Watch her wire. She's splashing here in Hat-Man, so she's blue. Remember that blue magic? Jump. Remember the blue magic? A with magic E. O with magic E. I with magic E. E with magic E. U with magic E. All right, before we go over our chart, come here, Bean. Quit being a butt. There you go. Show your face. Say, this is what you're going to see. Me with the banana. So don't be surprised if you see this banana flying or bean flying. Don't get jealous, Duke. Okay, here we go. Now, let's go over our chart before we do our sort, because we need to understand the rule in order to understand the sort. Remember, we've got Mr. A. What is Mr. A doing? You're right. He's waving his hand saying A with the vowel team member of Mr. I who's looking for robots. Now remember, in these words, the AI is going to be inside when you hear that sound of A. And then we've got, so it'll be inside the word. And then when we've got AY with Mr. A saying his name A and waving it, Mr. I's at the end of the word. He's got no consonant down there to help him out. And because of that, Mr. I's going to get dizzy and ask Mr. Yellow Yo-Yo Man to take his place. So if you see, these are all at the end of the word. All right, let's read these ones that have AI. Wait, wait, rain, train, tail, tell, paint, paint, aid, afraid, waiting. Hope you were able to sound those out with me because this is the third day and we're getting to the point where we can sound them out faster. Let's read all the ones with AI in them. Wait, train, tell, paint, afraid, waiting. All right, now let's look at AY. Remember, Mr. I got dizzy, so we've got the A, day, play, A, staying. You guys have gotten so good at doing these sounding out quickly. So let's go now and read them. A-Y, we have day, play, say, staying, and Dean dropping his bone on the wood floor. Sorry, you may see him flash on the screen. All right, we've got tricky words. What are you doing, bud? Here. Okay, I won't get it. You can have it. All right, tricky words. We have saw. Remember that A-W saying that all sound? So when you hear it, don't think of John all going A-L-L. Think of A-W and saw. Remember, we've got give with if. We've got the if family, and you're working on that in the book that you're reading with Mrs. Craig, where she has live, but you now have the tricky word of give. And that's when the magic of Magic E doesn't hit I and make it say that I sound. It's going to still have that short sound. And there's a whole word family of them. But you're going to learn how to spell give this week. With our sentences, remember we do have one that ends in a question mark. And when it ends in a question mark, it's going to tell us something. Let's see what it tells us. Did you give her the mail? And then also remember with this one, it ends with a period. So within a period, it's going to tell us something. We saw a very fast train. All right. Now, with the sort, if you're lucky enough and you got the Letterland apps that were free, there is the word sort app that you can use. Just go on Letter Unit 21. If you don't, I'm going to show you how to make the paper. With the packet, we didn't make the paper for you. So you're going to have to make it yourself, but it's easy. All right, for the sort, I'm going to mix them up. Don't look too long while I mix them up. Just kind of get this way here. All right. Now, when we do the sort, we're going to look at the vowel team rule. We're going to look at if it has A-I in it to say A, or if it has A-Y in it to say A at the end, or if it's a tricky word and it doesn't go in there at all. All right, I want to show you the first word. Read this word for me. Right, L, tell, tail, like bean's tail. We look, we see the vowel team of A-I right there. So we know that's saying the A sound, and it's going to go right there. All right, let's look at our next word. Read that one for me. All right, you're right. What? Waiting. And we look at the vowel rule. There's the A-I, and if it's got A-I, it's going to say A, and it's going to go right here with tail. Tail, waiting. All right, read this next word for me. What's that vowel rule that we're going to have to sort it by? All right, let's read it. A for aid, afraid. We know the vowel rule is, you're right, A-I is inside the word. So we're going to put it right here with tail, waiting, afraid with A-I. That's the vowel rule, the vowel team. All right, read this next one for me. You're right, it's day. And it has what vowel rule? You're right, A-Y, because it has that A at the end, and there's no other consonants here. And we're going to put it right here with the A-Y, so we have day there. Let's look at this next one. You're right, that word is say. And what vowel rule does it have? A-Y. And if it has the A-Y vowel rule, it's going to go right here. So we have A-Y with day and say. Let's look at the next one. Ooh. What's that word? Give. Remember, you've been doing this tricky word with live with Miss Craig. And we know that it is a tricky word, so it's going to go right here. Because it doesn't have A-I and it doesn't have A-Y. All right. What's this word? Great job. Train. What's the vowel rule? You're right, A-I. And with A-I saying A, we're going to put it right here. So we have an A-I saying A. We have tail, waiting, afraid, and train. Let's look at our next word. What's that word? You're right, it's paint. What's the vowel rule? You're right, AI. And AI is going to go right over here with these right here. So we have tail, waiting, afraid, train, and paint. Let's look at our next one. What's this word? Good job. It's staying. I love how somebody already said, Miss Halton, stay's the root word, ing's the suffix. All right, here we go. What's the vowel rule? Knowing that we don't look at this part, we look at this part. You're right, the vowel rule is A-Y. I'm going to stick it right here under A-Y. So we have day, stay, say, stay. Sorry. See that S I got mixed up. All right. What's this word? You're right, it's saw. What's the rule? Where does it go? You're right, tricky, because that A-W says what? Off. So in tricky, we have give and saw. What's this word? Excellent. It's play. What's the vowel rule? Great. It's A-Y. And I'm going to put it right here with the A-Y. And I've got day, say, staying, play. Here's our last one. What's this word? You're right, it's wait. What's my vowel rule? Excellent, A-I. And A-I goes right here, wait. So in A-I, with that vowel team saying A inside of a word, we have tail, waiting, afraid, train, paint, and wait. With the ones that have A-Y vowel team saying A, we have day, say, staying, play. And remember, when you hear that at the end, there's no consonant except for this one that has that suffix of ing. Then we have our tricky words of give, which remember is I-V-E. You have to still have that magic E even though it's not working. And saw with the A-W doing the all sound. You did a great job. And what I want to do is show you how to set up your sort sheet and how to do it. Now you do have in your packet the list that looks just like this. When your child's doing the sort, they're doing the tricky words and they're doing list A. They're not doing anything else. Now this is what the original sheet looks like. And what you do is I put a picture on there for you so that you can see it and then you can make your own. Mine's a little woppy, but it's still made. Have the A-Y, the A-I, and the question mark just like theirs. I ended up doing 3 main columns, but I split this one down the middle because the AI, as you can tell from my chart, has a lot of words. Now when you're working on this, you can take it where your child just sees those tricky words. Sorry, there's my pen. Just sees the tricky words, and then they can take it and they can go solve. Give. Now you can move it up where they're only looking at list A. And if I look at the first word, that's wait. It has the AI, so I'm going to put it right here in the AI for wait. And I'm looking, I see the next one has AY, day, and I'm going to put it right here in the AY. You can continue with them going across until they finish list A. That's all you have to do for the sort. Now, if your child has gotten really good at reading the words from list A, you can have them to go ahead and practice some with list B. But really make sure that they go ahead and read the tricky word review, because this goes over some previous tricky words. And it's always good for them to do the sentences because it's a great way for them to put everything together. We have now completed Unit 21. Day 3 with the sort. I hope you guys had a fun time sorting the words with me and that you'll later make your own paper so you can do the sort yourself. Hope you're having a great day. Bye.